gorgeous, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Tiffany. If you're new here, we talk about all things beauty, and we would love to have you join the little part of our family. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my Clionadh shadows. We're going to be going through my thoughts on all of them, and I'm going to be sharing swatches and descriptions with you. So if you're excited for that, then just keep watching. Okay, so here is the magnetic palette that I bought to store all my Clionadh shades in. It can fit up to 56 of the square pans like this, and it can fit 36 of the round pans. This retails for $26.44 on the website if you're interested. I know they try to keep these in stock. They also have some smaller options. We're going to get into the swatches and shade descriptions. We're going to go over the categories of the different shadows a little bit as well. So we're going to start, and I organize mine, or try to, by color family. That way I can try to remember what shade it is that I'm grabbing for. It's sort of difficult with all these shifts whenever you want to use a shade and they're close together just to grab one. The first shade that we have here is called Gilding. It is part of the Glitter Iridescent series. And here's the swatch. It's a translucent base that shifts bright gold, silver, green, and turquoise. So they describe this iridescent category as having larger glitter-sized particles. Now the only categories I don't have any in are called the Iridescent Series 1 and 2. And those, I have a lot of Terra Moon shadows or Adept shadows that have similar inner corner vibes, so that's why this is my only iridescent shade from Clionadh. The next shade we have here is called Corrosion. It's part of the Glitter Multichrome series. It has a semi-sheer orange base with medium to large glitter particles that shift lime, turquoise, and blue. This one is a great neutral shadow, so I wear it quite often. One thing I also wanted to mention is everything is printed on the back of the shadow, all the information, which is awesome, so you don't forget what series it is or the shade names. Next up is the shade Adornment. This is one of my personal favorites. It is also a glitter multichrome, and it has a sheer mauve base with pearly gold lime aqua shifts. This one is a very pretty, just one and done shadow. I like to wear it on its own. Next up is the shade Opulent. This is also another favorite of mine. It has a warm purple brown base with almost rose gold, as they describe it, with medium glitter particles that shift orange, gold, green, and turquoise. Next up we have Bronze Fountain. This is probably my favorite neutral shade that I have from Clionadh. It is part of the Earth Vibrant series. It's a terracotta base with gold, lime, and aqua shifts. It's just perfect really with anything. That's why I love to wear it. Next up we have Bloodline, also one of my favorites. This is part of the Vibrant Multichrome series, and it has a burgundy berry base that shifts gold, green, turquoise, blue, and purple. This is also a pretty neutral shadow to me. I wear a lot of mauves. You're going to see a lot of my favorites up first. Next up is the shade Iron Gate. This is an Earth Vibrant Multichrome. This has a grungy mauve base with peach, gold, lime, and aqua shifts. This one I find I have a lot of different dupes for in my collection, so it's not a Clionadh favorite, but still a very beautiful shadow. Next up, this is a fun one. This is called Happy Accident. This was a Black Friday freebie. They said that they mixed this pigment on accident, hence the name Happy Accident, and that it is considered a little sister to their fan favorite shade Forge. And they would also consider it part of the Earth Vibrance. I like this one. I wear types of shades like this all the time, so I was super excited to get this in my order. Next up we have Forge, and it is considered a jeweled multichrome. These have a black base on them, so you have to be careful when you're wearing them not to blend them too much, or you'll see that black base. You can kind of see it there. It shifts rose, orange, gold, lime, and teal. Next up we have Cathedral, and this is a pastel multichrome. I believe I only have one in this category. It's just not a favorite for me because I don't really see any pretty shifts that make me want to wear it. But it's described as a grungy olive gray base that shifts pink, peach, and gold. Some people this is a real favorite for, but like I said, I just don't see anything super special about it in my collection. Next up we have Queen's Banquet. This is definitely another favorite for me. It's part of the Hybrid Multichrome series, which I really like. They're super smooth, and I think that's why I love them so much. But it has a brown base with magenta, peach, and lime shifts. Here's Smoulder. It's another of the jeweled multichrome line with that black base. You can definitely see the black base on this one, but the shifts on it are super intense, and I love pink, so as you can tell by my background, it's a favorite. It shifts magenta, orange, gold, and lime. A lot of people like to wear this shade as a liner as well because it's so deep. I find it hard to wear all over the lid sometimes, but I still love it. Next we have the shade Emboss. This is a glitter multichrome. It has a semi-pigmented salmon base with small medium glitter particles that shift lime, turquoise, and blue. This one's pretty sheer, as you can see, like they described it. It has a semi-sheer base, but it makes it really easy to wear. Be perfect for the springtime. Here's Blaze. This is also a glitter multichrome. It has a sheer orange base with medium glitter particles that shift peach, gold, and lime. This one I do like. It's very pretty and kind of neutral, but the glitter particle size makes it kind of chunky and just a little bit hard to use. Next up is the shade Renaissance. This is definitely an all-time favorite. It's part of the Pearlescent Multichrome series, and these are super smooth. Is one of the reasons why I love them. I love the smoothness of this pearlescent line. I really hope they come out with more like this. It is a cool pink base with orange, peach, and yellow shifts. I have one more in this line I'll be showing you here in a minute. Okay, this is for all of my neon fans out there. It's the shade Oriel. It's an electric multichrome. It's so bright and beautiful. I just love it. It has a hot pink base with peach, gold, lime, and aqua shifts. Next is the shade Flare. This is a glitter multichrome. It has a red-orange base with green mint red shifts. It's a pretty translucent base as well. Not a huge orange fan, so it's not one of my favorites, but I still wanted to have some orangey colors from Clionadh in my collection. That's why I picked this up. Next is the shade Grisaille. This is a glitter multichrome. This is one of the shades that made me want to go and purchase Clionadh. It has a semi-pigmented terracotta base with medium glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, and violet pink. I just love that pinkish base on it. Like, that's so beautiful. It's so easy to wear. Next up is the shade King's Feast. This is another hybrid multichrome like Queen's Banquet. It has a warm brown base with violet, red, orange shifts. Next, we have Glacier's Mark, and this is for all my purple lovers out there. It is a glitter multichrome. Has a sheer orange base with medium glitter particles that shift indigo, violet, pink, and orange. Really easy to wear purple shadow. Next we have Royalty. It's part of the Vibrant Multichrome line. I love this one. It's such a pretty purple blue. It has a great purple base that shifts pink, gold, green, turquoise, blue, and purple. It's gorgeous. Next up, we have Baroque. This is part of that pearlescent multichrome line that I told you I love so much. It has a sheer mauve base with lilac, pink, peach, and chartreuse shifts. So easy to wear. Right here, I just swatched Renaissance above Baroque. Renaissance is a little bit lighter, more pinkish, and Baroque has more purple to it. I was trying to decide if I needed them both, and I couldn't decide, so of course I bought them both. Next up is Coat of Arms. This is part of that hybrid multichrome series with Queen's Banquet and King's Feast. It is a plum brown base with blue, indigo, and red shifts. Okay, so here's Coat of Arms, King's Feast, and Queen's Banquet. You can tell they're all that super smooth formula, but the coat of arms is much more purple, King's Feast is more pink, and then there's a little bit of a brownish base to that Queen's Banquet. Next up, we have Abrasion, another shade that made me fall in love and want to try Clionadh. It is a glitter multichrome. It has a semi-sheer burgundy base with large glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, and violet. Next is the shade Tessera, another all-time favorite for me. It's an electric multichrome. As you can tell, I just love this super pigmented line. The electrics, it has a sky blue base with violet, pink, peach, yellow, and lime shifts. Next, we have the shade Regal. It is a glitter vibrant. It has an indigo base with larger glitter particles that shift gold, lime, and turquoise. Here's Regal compared to Royalty. In case you were curious, Royalty has much more purple to it. Regal has a lot more blue. They do have similar vibes for sure. Now we have Ciel. This is a glitter multichrome. This makes me want to go on vacation to the deep blue ocean. It's so pretty. It has a semi-pigmented sky blue base with large glitter particles that shift gold, green, and blue. Definitely a favorite. Next we have Hilt. This is an electric multichrome. It's very deceiving in the pan. It's so much more gold whenever you look at it. It has a blue base with orange, peach, and yellow shifts. Very smooth. I love this one as well. Here we have Shard. It is also a hybrid multichrome. It has a brown base with small medium glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, and violet red. Another shade that drew me into Clionadh. Okay, I wanted to show you Shard compared to Abrasion and Grisaille. They really all have similar vibes. I couldn't decide which ones to get, so that's why I ended up with them all, but you may feel like they're similar enough that you don't need all three. Next, we have Niello. I'm actually wearing this on the center of my lid in the intro today. It is an electric multichrome. Has a dusty purple base with gold, lime, and aqua shifts. Can definitely see those shifts on the eye, especially that lime. Next, we have Chandelier. This is a glitter multichrome. It has a sheer pale mustard yellow base with small glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, violet, and pink. Now the reason this one is with this green family is because to me, that's what I see whenever I wear this. If I try to wear this on the inner half of my eye, inner corner, comes off super green. So it's not that neutral to me, even though it looks neutral in the pan. Next, we have carving. This is a favorite of a lot of people. I like it, but just the tones in it don't make it a favorite for me. I can see how some people would consider this neutral. It's a glitter multichrome. It has a sheer, grungy, light brown base with medium large glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, violet, and pink. Next, we have Mural. This is an electric multichrome. If this is not the most popular, it's definitely one of the most popular Clionadh shades. People are going nuts for this right now online. It has a mint base with orange, peach, yellow, and lime shifts. I'm wearing this on the inner half of my lid today, and I do see why it's a favorite. It is just gorgeous. I love it. Look at that on the finger there. Next, we have Verte. This is a deep iridescent. They said they made this line to keep people with medium and deep skin tones in mind. It's supposed to just really be beautiful on that skin tone. It has a medium cool tan base that shifts emerald, turquoise, purple, and pink. I like it, but again, it's just not one of my favorites. Just the shifts in it. The deep multichrome or the deep iridescent line just isn't my favorite. Next, we have Ripple. This is a glitter multichrome. It has a sheer aqua green base with large glitter particles that shift turquoise, indigo, and violet. This is probably my least favorite shadow I have from Clionadh. I saw a YouTuber that I love swatch it, and it looks so beautiful. She said it was one of her favorites, but it just does not translate well on the eye, and the particles are just too chunky for me. Next up, we have Viridian. It is another deep iridescent, a taupe base with green, blue, indigo, and red shifts. I actually don't think I've ever worn this one. The reason I'm showing it to you as one of the last is because it and Ripple, they're at the end of the line for me. Our last couple shadows are going to be two Duochromes that I picked up. They had these for sale on Black Friday, and I just wanted to try this formula from Clionadh. This is Toadstool. It is described as a rusty red base Duochrome shadow with a bright green reflect. So it says it can also be described as a trichrome shadow that will shift up to red. I do like it because it's more neutral and wearable. However, I don't necessarily think that it's super unique. Okay, last but not least, we have another Duochrome. This is the shade Hex. It is a mid-toned purple-based Duochrome eyeshadow with a gold reflect. Now these Duochromes, they come in a little plastic case, but all of the multichromes here, part of the stained glass shadows, all of these come in a little paper packaging, and it's so cute. It's got the little Clionadh logo on it. So they're packaged super well whenever you get these shadows. I was always very impressed with that, every order I've made, and I've never had any issue with the shadow breaking or even being, crumbly once I get it. Okay, here are all the shadows that we swatched today in case you just want to take one last look of everything. I really enjoyed doing this swatch video and a few comparisons for you. If you have any other comparisons you want me to do, then just let me know. We will get into my final thoughts. Okay, that's going to wrap up the swatch portion of today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing my Clionadh collection. I enjoyed sharing it with you and all those swatches, a few comparisons. So they have so many different formulas in their stained glass collection. I believe they have 13 different formulas. They range from $7 all the way up to $18.88 for their jeweled multichromes. I would highly recommend that you get on their website, check out the different category descriptions, as well as really look at those shade descriptions. I personally find myself not liking the larger glitter particles as much. I love the glitter multichromes, but I just like those finer glitter particles. Those are going to be your best budget range. And then the pearlescent multichromes, the electric multichromes, the hybrid, there's so many favorites. So just get on there, check them out, and my recommendation too would be to maybe pick up one in each category. That way you can find out what you like best. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Until next time.